Hello, dear sweet Geminis. How are you doing? All right, let's jump into your love reading. I always tap into each zodiac sign energy before coming on. And so when I was tapping into Gemini, the first thing that came up was flirty. It feels like a lot of you are coming out of some, like, I want to say darkness, but I don't see darkness. It's almost like this is going to sound really strange, but it's like a slug, this slug energy. It's almost like if you think this slug energy. Okay, let me back this up. This is kind of the feeling, the image I'm getting. It's like, the slug. It's almost like you had that on you and you're coming out of it. You're coming out of this like very confining, constrictive, yucky kind of energy. Not that I'm saying slugs are yucky, but it's just like you're coming out of into more light energy. And then a song came up in my head. That song, "Ain't No Mountain High Enough." Don't judge my singing, but that exact line is what was playing through my head when I was tapping into Gemini's energy. So take that as you will. But that's a pretty uplifting song too. So what we're going to do, and just keep in mind this is a general reading, so take what resonates. All right, my friends, we're going to jump into the current state of your love life, and then how the other person feels about you, and then go into the weekly forecast. I am trying this new thing out where I'm going to make this timeless. Usually I will have the date to date from this date to this date, but whenever you find this video, this is when the message will best support you and serve you. Okay, so what is Gemini's? I feel like it's good energy. You're really releasing a lot, Gems. Finding yourselves, you're getting your grounding back. I feel like there was something pulling you back a bit. Yeah, okay. So, whoa, easy. Okay, now we're gonna keep. I'm gonna get one more card here. And I'm gonna talk to y'all about a bit. Also, you can hit subscribe and the notifications button to be notified next time I do your reading. I also do videos on spirituality, essentially anything to help with people's mental health and healing. Okay, Gems, let's jump into this, shall we? Yes, my name is Corinne Clapham. Did I introduce myself to all of you who are new? So the Fool, and what I get from this, it's like you're on a new journey. You're on a new, fresh adventure. Without a care in the world is what I'm hearing. Like we're going back to that slug analogy. It's almost like you're peeling away some really yucky energy around you. And then we have the Devil card that's here. So again, it's like this can represent addictions. This can represent, sorry, I might be a little bit loud for a moment. You know what? And actually what I'm getting from this, some of our biggest enemies is actually our mind, is the amount of voices that go on in our head, especially Gemini is the sign of the twins, right? So sometimes that can be a bit confusing. I'm also a Gemini too, so I completely get it. Sometimes it can be confusing because you have like this one side that's like a certain kind of personality and thought frame, and then you have another one here. And yeah, most people kind of have that, but I would say it's a lot more prominent in Geminis, and also air signs, right? So air signs, Gemini, Aquarius. Oh, I forget the other air sign, but tend to be very heady, right? A lot in their head, so they think a lot. And sometimes when we think too much, when we're ruminating, we can kind of like spiral or go a little bit deeper or start creating things that aren't even really there, right? We start making up stories, or we start making up and this is not just air signs, by the way, this is humans in general, tend to look at a situation and will put a story to that situation based on the past wounds, based on belief systems. You know what I mean? They all start to formulate what your perspective is on all those things. But when you peel away those wounds, and you peel away those belief systems, right? And we peel away from the ego and the hurt and the pain, we look at it as an observer, we see things in a different light, different perspective, and therefore our reaction is different. So what I'm getting from this is actually not only the voices in your head, but listening to too many outsiders as well. I find when there's things going on around me when I'm doing these readings, there's always a symbolism to it. So when there's a lot of people coming in and out of that door, and a lot of voices, I was really taking it as voices in your head, but also exterior voices. Okay, so don't let that influence you too much. You're smart, Gems. You're very intuitive. Okay, Death card, Heroes in reverse. So there is the shedding, right? It's that final shedding. It's almost like when you see a snake shedding its skin. It's like it's starting to come out, and then poof, it's done. It's out. You're literally at that tail end, like poof, of it coming off. That's the death, okay? But with the death is what? Rebirth, right? Renewal. When we have an ending, we have a new beginning in something else. When there's a death, there's a rebirth of something else. And I love this, is then we have Four of Wands over here. Okay, so you're really on this journey. There's a little bit more peeling back and releasing of something that was a bit difficult. But once you do that, Gems, this is some mighty good energy here. Mighty good energy. Some good love here. Good love. Okay, so let's tap into what the other person feels about you. Keep in mind, this is also a general reading, and for cross watchers, take what resonates. Okay, how does the other person feel about Gemini? This is whoever you came on here, or whoever even comes to mind. When I was saying those other things, if someone pops up in your head, that's usually who it would be about. Or maybe you came on specifically about someone, okay? So Five of Cups, they may be focusing too much on what didn't work versus what is working here, okay? You can see Two Cups. There was a lot of good things here. They're a little bit much in their head right now, focusing on questioning why did things not work out? How did things fall apart? And then we have the Three of Pentacles over here, sensing that you're surrounding yourself with community and other people, and we have the Moon here. So whether it's you or the other person, things will be revealed, and that doesn't always mean a bad thing. Sometimes on these readings, like when I watch other tarots, when they put it out there saying like, oh, something's going to be revealed, we don't know if it's always going to be something negative. Like it could be clearing up miscommunications. And actually, I just did Virgo's reading, and they had the Moon card as well. And actually, their theme was communication that was coming up a lot. And so I'm sensing that something's going to be revealed for you. Something's going to be more apparent, more clear, especially as you're stepping into this better energy. In a sense of feeling more confident and just enjoying your life more, not allowing other things to bring you down. You're starting to see people for who they are, whether it's in your friendships or family, a loved one, or even past loved ones. You're really starting to see things a lot more. Let's get into your weekly forecast, Gems, and then we're going to do some clarifying cards. So make sure you stick to the end. If I didn't already say this, if you'd like to subscribe and hit the notifications button, that way you can be notified when future readings come up. Okay, I have to sneeze. It's that weird in between stage where okay. Is it? Oh God, that's such a weird feeling. Sometimes you're like, just get out. And that's how I feel, how some of you feel about your exes. Just get out of your life. Let you do you. Stop energetically trying to keep you bound. People are either in your life or out. There's no in and out. It doesn't work like that. Judgment card. So yes, there will be some, I think Geminis are putting their foot down because they ain't taking some BS anymore. And really, you have the power of what you want in your life. So if you keep accepting men in your life, they're not men, but guys who are in and out, who can't make a commitment or are just flaky like that, that's their own stuff that they haven't healed. Someone who behaves that way is their own stuff. And so do you really want to continue having that energy in your life? No, look at this. You're walking away from that, okay? You have a lot of options here, actually, but I feel like a lot of them, nothing's really piqued your interest, and you're not going to settle for less. That's one thing. One solid thing about Gemini is they're not going to settle for less. No way. They're not going to close their options to other people unless it's a very solid option. Wheel of Fortune. So things are turning in your favor. Things might have been a little bit slow, might have been quite hard, but deep, bit dark for a bit. But you're like really coming out on the other end. I really like this. It's like, you're just like, F it, I'm gonna live my best life. And I'm perfect. We have the Empress. That was in reverse, but we can just flip it. So it's on the right side because we can make our choices that easily. Okay. So the Empress, really focusing on yourself, really taking good care of yourself, starting to nurture yourself, starting to love yourself the way that you wanted to be loved, and really, really enjoying that. And I love this because we have the Five of Cups over here too. So a really good dynamic. Um, Really good dynamic here. I feel like with you being very selective of what you're going to have close to you is actually fine tuning things and allowing that luck to come in, and you're really just coming into your own skin, and you're pretty much sitting there. You don't even have to chase it. It'll be coming to you. And then there's this beautiful connection here. Sorry, Six of Cups. I'm going to say Six of Cups. A really divine union over here. So let's put some clarifying cards and get in a little bit deeper on this. Let's get some clarifying cards on Gemini's current love state. Gemini's current love state. Keep going. Y'all are doing really good. You get a good feeling from most of you. I said most of you. I know. I feel like maybe 3% are still in the thick of it, but I would say the majority of you are really coming on the other side. Beautiful, very stable. So all these people that you might have been having coming in and out, it's just not really feeling very fulfilling, or even the past person or dynamic. Start to fine tune and decide what it is that you want. Okay, especially right now we're working with the Cancer energy. We have the new moon in Cancer energy. This is a really good time for manifesting. These cards keep falling, and it's. I put out the intention when I did the Virgo ones that they don't fall, and it hasn't worked yet. Okay, passion. So there's definitely a lot of passion here, but I think you're just starting to get passion for life again in general. Starting to get more lighthearted approach into the dating life, if you're single. And yes, free yourself. It is time to free yourself because there's that slug energy. There's this energy that was keeping you back before, and probably because the other person wasn't really giving as much as they should have been. It wasn't as balanced, or they were playing games, or they were, anyways, whatever. It's not. You don't need to deal with that. Free yourself from that. Okay, it's time to take back your control of your life. There's so many beautiful people in this world that we don't need to settle for mediocrity. But the important part is that you're doing the work too, where you're showing up and giving the love and the respect and the balance to people as well, right? We can't sit back expecting other people to be able to give that when we're not doing that, right? So really, this is it. Take back control of your life, focus on yourself. And then separation, time apart, and your partner is on the horizon. I want to get a clarifying card on that because that came up in the Four of Wands. Can I get a clarifying card from the separation card for Geminis? Keep an open mind. Soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. I think you having time apart from that slug energy, that negative energy, is really going to expand you out a lot more open. And maybe break you out of, because I'm hearing the word rigidity, so breaking you out of any rigid past conditions is another word that I'm hearing. So really letting that go, Gems, and opening up, right? There's nothing wrong with just getting to know people. Sometimes we put too much expectations or pressure when we go on first dates or dates. That's when we get too heady. And so if we can just get back into our nice little fun energy, things will be a lot more lighthearted, and there's nothing to lose, right? You're just getting to know someone, whether that ends up being a friendship, it ends up being a relationship, or you never see them again. It's a connection in that moment. All right, so let's get some clarifying cards. Let's get one more clarifying card. That's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling to do with the Rider-Waite. I'm still going to get more clarification on the separation. Let me get a clarification of separation, please. I'm asking, like, who's separation from? And I heard the words, someone who's heady, again, too much in their head with thought. So whether that's you or the other person, or maybe the separation from those thoughts. Let's see what popped up here. The world, beautiful. Okay, so it's someone that you're closing out a cycle with. It's the karmic cycle is coming to an end. Let's get some clarifying cards for how the other person feels about Gemini. Let's get some clarifying cards for how the other person feels about Gemini. Gemini. True love. They feel it is true love, romance of a lifetime. They feel like they're really liking you. They just they may have some secrets they were keeping, and they didn't want to confront it. And they're a little bit too much in their head about what wasn't working. Again, we have the moon card that's coming in. But enjoy the bliss. Okay, I think they're going to be turning around, enjoying the bliss. I think as they have been meeting people as well, they're starting to realize maybe how good you both had it. Let's get a clarifying card on the moon. Clarifying card on the moon. Here we are. Yes, they feel like there's very strong chemistry between you and them. Let's move forward into the weekly forecast. Clarifying cards for the weekly forecast for Gemini. Again, I'm making this one timeless, so whenever you're seeing it, it's the perfect time. Forgiving and learning, yes. So as you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. And that's what I was feeling before. Like you're just starting, you're at the tail end of releasing and letting go of that slug energy. But release it, clear it. You don't need to keep hanging on to it. Now is a really pertinent time to be purging out anything that doesn't serve us. And that means not just emotionally, but also things that you might have physically, like old clothes or things that you've been keeping around. Like start to clean and clear your energy. Look at this as a new beginning, okay? Learn the lessons so you can move forward and not repeat the same situations or attract the same relationships or dynamics, okay? We also want to be upgrading. But be gentle with yourself in the process. Sometimes we have, I'm going to say tests, but I don't mean it like you're being tested as if the universe wants to challenge you. I just mean tested in a sense you get an opportunity in life that comes your way for you to experiment and to play around with what you've learned to start implementing it. Deception, yes. So someone was wearing a false mask, and you're walking away from that. Not having it. You're on the right track. Keep doing it. You're learning so much and you're implementing a lot. Yeah, beautiful. See, as you let go of all the other stuff and the clutter, not just people or emotions or belief systems, but things, you're opening up new space and you do have new love coming in. I love this. And that was in the Wheel of Fortune. So things are turning in your favor, Gemini. Let's get 2 more clarifying cards for their week. Oh, this is so good. I love this, Gemini. It's a really good feeling. Okay. Codependency addictions are affecting your romantic life. So just be conscious, if you're falling back into codependency patterns, or if there's someone in your life that has codependency patterns or issues that have been been dumped on it, right? So just be mindful. When you notice it, then be like, oh, okay, let's put the break here and see what's going on and how can I work through this? How can I process this so it's no longer happening? What is the root of this, right? For some people, it might be the other person, though. It's always good to check in with ourselves. What in us is present? What in us would attract that into our life? Make the effort, beautiful. So great love is worth taking the steps you are guided to take. Feel for some of you, you're also afraid to get codependent, and you might have your walls and blocks up that might be putting a bit of a hard energy around the new love coming in. So just, work on trust. I know it can be hard sometimes, but who we've had in our past does not define the people that are in our present, right? Just like we don't want to be defined by someone else's person in the past. You know what I'm saying? So bring that trust. The situation is calling for you to have faith. I want to pull one more card here. One more card. Yeah, worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. Beautiful. Beautiful. There's like a lot of, but I think overall you're mostly up and it's good now. Okay. Like I said, Wheel of Fortune, things are turning in your favor. You got new love here, which is really, really great. Work on the trust. Okay. Release the fears that you have from the past and past people, and allow yourself to continue on this new journey here. All right. Much love, gems. And if any of you are wanting to get a personalized tarot, oracle, or psychic reading, or past life reading, or mediumship, the link is in the comments below. And if anybody is looking for support in getting deeper and healing a lot of the wounds and all these things, I have one-on-one program, 3 to 6 month Awakened Goddess, and you are fully supported. It's like I'm your coach, I'm your healer, I'm your guide, I'm your yoga instructor, I'm your meditation facilitator, breath work. Everything is in this one-on-one program. I specifically designed it so people don't have to go see this person, this person, this person, this person. It's like this one person sees you, works with you, and knows everything, not everything that's going on, but what I mean is it's easier to track and to get progress, right? Like if you have one trainer, it's better than if you have like 5 different trainers. Do you know what I'm saying? Because it's like they can see the progress and what needs to be improved, what needs to be worked on. So this is a very multifaceted, in-depth program. And that is also in the link in the comments below. If you want more details, just click on the link for that and you can book a complimentary call with me. And then we can chat and see where you're at and see which of my offerings and services will best support you and where you're at. All right. Much love, dears. All right. Take care. Got a good week ahead of you.